What is up, guys? It's Brillymister here, and today I have a topic. Right, now this was suggested on my last video, and they basically suggested I talk about like a little bit about what I thought of all the bosses and stuff. I think I'm gonna sort of like slightly change it a little bit to like sort of like what I think about the bosses and like my sort of experiences with the bosses, because I think that could be more interesting, basically. So I guess we could start with the KVD. Like that's where I sort of first had my first like you could call it a bossing experience in RS. I think that was back in like 2004 or something, and I went there and with like it was like a 10-man team, and we managed to get like 6 kills on him. But that's like back when I was like 60 combat or something, like ridiculously low. And I even made a little drop log that might even still be on the forum somewhere. I can see if I can find it, but I might find it for you later in the video. Depends how nice I'm feeling. I made a little drop log and I managed to get like 100 and something kills in total, and if I managed to get like an 18 or 19 kill trip, I was like, oh my god, I just got 18 kills at KVD, it's based. And like, I don't know if anti-fires are out, I can't remember, but I know super anti-fires and stuff like that definitely wasn't. So you were there and like you're just your standard anti-dragon shield. I think I was there like with a rune skimmy or something like that, or no, I might have had a dragon longsword at that point, I don't even know. I may or may not have done. But like that was back in then. I'll get 100 logs drop. I'm like, oh my god, that is insane. And like that also takes me back to sort of like the memories of like my skills and stuff. That's like back when my first skill got to level 70. It was woodcutting. I had to take a little photo of it on my phone, and like I managed to stop woodcutting on exactly 1 mil XP, and I took a little screenshot of it on my phone. I was like, oh my god, that's so much XP. But then if you think about that now, like most days I can get like 1 mil XP, and oh, stupid route, which isn't that bad. And then what's my next bossing experience? This was Chaos Elemental. Like I haven't really done much Chaos Elemental. I remember trying to go once. Like I think this was fairly recent, like probably 2011ish. Like, and someone just says to me, "Oh, do you wanna go Chaos?" And it's like, "Oh, sure, fine. I haven't been before." So I went in like black D hide and a whip or something. And obviously I think I had my region bracelet. I might even had a combat bracelet then. So I was that beast, and my memory was I went up there and got PK'd before I even got there. So I haven't really killed that, although I know it does drop them like the Dragon 2H and stuff, and I kind of want to get one of them as a drop, but the fact that it's in the wildy sort of puts me off from like going to want to kill it. That and the fact that it undresses you and teleports you and stuff as well. That's just, it's too much hassle if I'm going to be honest with you. And Caliphite Queen, right? I did kill this. I remember the first time I killed this was in 2011. It was when I first started really getting into bossing. I was about 100 combat. I did it with my mate Padanu. I don't know if he still plays or not. And someone called I can't remember what they're called, Jamin Louis, and they're like 134. And I thought they were absolutely insane because they had a unicorn and they had piety and stuff like that. I don't think they even had Tomo, but I just think they're an absolute beast. And I used to go to the Caliphite Queen. I'd manage like 2 kills per trip, because that does rapid DPS on you. That, like, it's not even funny how much that hits on you. Like, no matter what you do and what gear you're in, it just still constantly hits on you. So I was there. I think I was still using the Varak method because I couldn't afford or wield a god sword. I might have been able to wield one, but I definitely couldn't afford one. But I went in like Varaks and just like, beasted out in Varaks. And I never really got any good drops from there. Like I always seem to get the troll drops. I mean, I don't even know how rare them like the D chains are from there. It's like 1 in 300 or something, I think. But yeah, I've never managed to get a D chain from this. I probably haven't done that many kills. It just seems like I've done lots of kills because I was lots like running to the bank and stuff in between. So I probably spent quite like a large amount of time there. Oh my god, that route just trolled me. And then we sort of move on to the God Wars bosses. Like I was playing still, like I wasn't on like a little quit stage, because I used to like quit regular. I'd like play for a month and then quit for like 3 months, then play for another month and then quit for like 3 months, which is why I've played since like 04 and I'm only the level I am. So yeah, I was there. I think God Wars first time I did was, again, that was in 2K11. It was like, it was just like when I started getting into bossing. I think I might have been about 90 combat when I started that. And I did that. I started off with Zami. I used to do like 7-man Zami teams. I founded my own clan. It was called, I don't know if any of you can remember, some of you might have even been in it. It was called PKing Skillers, because when I founded it I was really into like skilling. Like I was about 70 combat, and then I slowly moved off that, started doing Slayer and stuff, and got my combat level up to about 90 or 100, and I thought, right, let's make this sort of like a PVM clan. So I put it as a level 100 plus PVM clan, and I thought we were the bombs. We were like the proest of the pro, and we would go like in a seven man team to Zami, and I had like a 2.5 mil bank or something, and I'd completely freak out if I got a Zami split. Like, oh my god, Zami split, we got an 800k split, oh my god. But that's when like the hilt was like, it was still like 10 mil for the hilt, and the Zami spears were like 6 mil or something. So it was still like you got much more from it than you did now. And I used to think like that we were the proest of the pro back then. And then I think a couple of weeks later I went to Bandos, my first Bandos trip, and I remember I just didn't like it. Like I didn't enjoy it at all. I much preferred Zami, because I remember the minions at Bandos just like completely destroyed you. Whereas like at Zami, if you're not tanking, all you have to do is pray mage, and you only get hit by 2 of the minions like occasionally, and they don't really ever hit if you wear like high range and melee defense armor. Like the melee one seems to run between people like all the time. The range one just doesn't really hit because you're wearing high range defense. And I can remember that, and you don't really get hit at Zami if you pray mage and you're not tanking. And but at Bandos, it was like a whole new thing. Like the mage like completely just destroyed me. And I remember I was like I was a bit higher combat. I was like 110 combat. I got a video of it, actually. I filmed the whole trip. It was with a mate called Alex is on Fire, and we went and duoed Bandos, and I think we lasted like 12 kills in total, just like duo. We didn't get anything good, I don't think, but that was like my first experience at Bandos, and I really just didn't like it because I got completely like destroyed, and it was horrible. The other 2 God Wars bosses I didn't try till much later, so I'll cover them. I'll go through them in like the order that I killed the bosses, or tried killing the bosses and stuff in the case of the Chaos Elemental. The next one was Corp. I did the quest, like this quest, right? The Summer's End, that was a horrible. I managed to die 27 times, and all my friends take no hesitation in reminding me of that every single time. But then I remember I was 114 combats. I just didn't remember trying to. As soon as I did it, I tried solo and corp in a glory, black D hide, like full on, like flat out welfare gear. And I remember distinctly, like I had like 10 comments on the video of, "Oh my god, you've got your spear on the wrong setting." I had it on the crush tack, and I was a complete corp noob. But this was back in like, I don't know, probably early April last year, and that's like my first memory of Corp. And then obviously I started I started up with a YouTube channel. Like I joined it's called RS Community, and they were like a community channel, like sort of like, you know, like a mini version of Machinima, apart from they only had like 300 subs or something. And so I joined up with them. And I started putting videos out on there, and I did a little episode like Road to a Sigil, and I got a sigil fairly early on. I think it was like, yeah, again it was with my clan, the PKing Skillers. We went like 7-man corp, and we were doing like 2 kills a trip. This was back in the good old days where if you had carrols you were pro, but most people just went in a glory and black D hide. We were lasting like 2 or 3 kills a trip, maybe most, in a 7-man team. And I remember it was our 2nd ever kill, like as like a clan there. I'd done obviously a bit more. I'd done with We Love Corp and Sigil Plox. I got in there just. I don't know how I managed to get in there, but yeah, I managed to get into We Love Corp and Sigil Plox. And I did a few hours of Corp there, and then I went with the clan. And at 2nd kill, we got a arcane split. I think it was a 9 or a 10 mil split, and oh my god, that easily tripled my bank that day, and I was literally like over the moon. More recently, I did a bit of Corp again. This is like it might have been after Gano came out. It was after Gano came out. Just the question is, could I wear it or not? I don't know if I had 85 mage, so I may still have been in Carol's. But we got another sigil. It was trio, me, Liam, and Ollie. Like we had our status Warhammer and everything. It was this is when I was a true pro but still in Carol's, and we did that. And we got another arcane trio. Like, if both of them had been divine, I would have been so much happier, but, you know, I'm still not going to say no to a arcane. It was like a 20 mil split the second time and a 10 mil split the first time, because obviously they were worth a lot more the first time I got them around. And then more recently, since I've been able to wear Gano and stuff like that, I've been like soloing court, but I haven't really had anything. I think the best I've got is like them on X bolt drops. But, so I've not had great experience with corp. I mean, I have had 2 sigils in probably like 500 kills total, so I'm probably well up on the amount of sigils to kill ratio that I should be, so not going to push my luck and go for a third one. What else have I done? Next boss I killed was probably Armadillo. I remember going there. It was like a 7-man mass or something, and then I got told like I should take brews and restores, and I thought, right, if I'm taking brews and restores, I'm not going to be able to pot all the time. So I took a tortoise full of brews and restores, infantry full of brews and restores, and I didn't take any range pots and stuff, so I was just there, standard rune crossbow, like 75 range, just bossing it out, and we got absolutely nothing, and that sort of like put me off doing Armadillo, because we did like 2 or 3 trips dry there. I didn't do Armadillo for a while, and then I came back to it fairly recently. I think it was just after I got given a load of money, and I had like I was in Pernix and an Ellie or something. I went Armadillo in a duo, and I got Armadillo chain skirt and Armadillo top in the same trip, and I was like, oh my god, this is insane. And I've done a couple of Armadillo trips since. Oh god, I got hiccups now. I've still never had the hilt that I've been, like, the one I've been looking for. I still would really like to get an Armadillo hilt, but I'm going to probably wait till I get a CCB now, just because I'm so close to CCB that it's not worth, like, going now just with a rune crossbow. Then, obviously, after Armadillo was the most recent one I got, was because I didn't get 70 agility for ages, because I really hate agility. Well, I don't actually hate it, it's not that bad for a while, but yeah. Anyway, back to the topic of Sarah was the reason, and I used to go like duo and trio Sarah, and this is just before I got overloads, and we'd last maybe 8 or 9 kills, and I thought, yeah, we're doing pretty good. I've never ever had a drop at Sarah. I've done probably like 200 kills, I've never had a Sarah sword, I've only ever had God sword shards, I've never had the hilt or anything, so I got pretty unlucky there. Like Ollie, he's done basically the same amount of Sarah trips, but I think it was like 3 trips in a row. On his first kill, he got a hilt, and like that's just scamming, that really, isn't it? Like, you can't do that. Anyway, and then the next boss. Oh, I know, I've forgotten DKs. I haven't really done that much DKs. Like, I went for a stage where I did like a DK trip a day, and like I made complete bank. I remember I did a trio with Jamie and Zenite, and we got like absolutely nothing. Then Zenite died, and we got back-to-back Zerka rings followed by a D hatchet, and I was like, you just got pwned, boy. And he couldn't find his way back, and we blessed his grave, and I think he managed to make it back with like 2 minutes left. And again, DKs, I never took pots because I used brews and restores, obviously. So I never actually took potions with me, so it was like I didn't really do the greatest damage. And so sometimes I didn't even use the prayers. I just used like the pray mage, and I didn't even use the piety or whatever I had at the time, and all the eagle eye and everything. So it wasn't. I did a bit of DKs. I haven't really done much of that. And then obviously we got on to the most recent boss, Nex. Oh yeah, I love that thing. I've probably done, I don't know, I've done a fair amount of Nex kills. I've probably done about as much Nex as I have Bandos. Just, I seem to get trolled. I've had like probably 12 or 13 splits in total now, and every single one of them has been Virtus or a Zarite bow, apart from one, which was a Pernix cow. Like, I swear I've been scammed out of money somewhere there at Nex. Like, there's no way you're meant to have 13 drops in a row and every one of them be Virtus. Like, but I have been lucky so far. Like, I haven't had a single Virtus mask still. They've all been like Virtus robe bottoms, Virtus robe tops, and they've been like 8 or 9 mil splits. I haven't had one of those ones yet with the PSO Nex. This is where I've been going with. I haven't had one of those ones yet where they just start up a new world and it ends up like the first few kills you're like 5-manning. I've done a few of those kills, but I haven't been lucky yet and managed to get a 5-man Pernix body, because I would not say no to an 80 mil Pernix body split. I don't think any of you guys would either. But yeah, again, I've stopped sort of like nexing and PVMing altogether now because, well, for a while anyway, because obviously I want to get my CCB, I want to get Rigger and Eagle Eye and all that lot before I start going again. And mostly I just sort of want to focus on kind of like maxing out now. Like I said in yesterday's video, I have to sort of get 700k XP a day or whatever to be able to max out by the end of the year, which is doable, I guess. I'm going to go for it anyway. Like, it's a nice goal to aim for. So yeah, basically that concludes my my talk about the bosses and my experiences with them. So, like, if you enjoyed this topic, like, feel free to, oh my god, random event, feel free to, like, suggest more topics, like, in the comments that you want me to, like, discuss, because it was really helpful, like, having someone say a topic for me, because I I was really struggling with finding a topic to talk about. I was like, oh my god, what can I talk about? And then I just ended up going into the video and, like, rambling. So having a topic, like, told to me, and, like, one that's interesting, and obviously as it's posted in the comment, I hope you guys will find interesting to listen to. I guess it makes the skilling vlog like more structured, because like the general consensus was people did want topics on like my skilling videos, but on videos where I was bossing and stuff like that, they just wanted me just to sort of like ramble on about bosses and how the troller drops were. And pause. I'm going to pause a second while I sneeze. And we are back. I'm glad I paused because that was a very, very loud sneeze indeed. So yeah, that was basically the general consensus. So don't forget to post a comment at the... Oh my god, that must be the right... Oh, there it is. Don't forget to post a comment with what sort of topic you would like next time. And don't forget to thumbs up the video, guys, I guess. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it's a decent length, but not like half an hour or so. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out, guys.